Our problem is not 11 million grandmothers. Our problem is, all right.
Explore the moon and go to Mars. I think that's fantastic. I love those ideas.
But guys like Mitt Romney, who again, I wish I made as much money as Mitt Romney, but all right.
I do not want to be the country that, having gotten to the moon first, turned around and said, it doesn't really matter. Let the Chinese dominate space. What do we care? I think that is a path of national decline, and I am for America being a great country, not a country in decline.
We're going to move on, but go ahead, Governor Rohn.
I spent 25 years in business. If I had a business executive come to me and say they wanted to spend a few $100 billion to put a colony on the moon, I'd say you're fired. The idea that corporate America wants to go off to the moon and build a colony there, it may be a big idea, but it's not a good idea. And we have seen in politics, we've seen politicians, and Newt, you've been part of this, go from state to state and promise exactly what that state wants to hear. If I had 11 million grandmothers, our problem is...
I do not want to be the country that, having
11 million grandmothers,
turned around and said,
11 million grandmothers.
It doesn't really matter.
It's good enough for Ronald Reagan. It's good enough for me.
It doesn't really matter.
11 million grandmothers.
Where do you stand on this?
Well, I don't think we should go to the moon. I think we maybe should send some politicians up there.
We got rid of one rule from 40 years ago that could have forced some dairy farmers to spend $10,000 a year proving that they could contain a spill, because milk was somehow classified as an oil. With a rule like that, I guess it was worth crying over spilled milk. Now, I'm confident a farmer can contain a milk spill without a federal agency looking over his shoulder.